We have a question here that is giving us the correlation coefficient of positive 0.985 and asks us to find the coefficient of determination, write it in percentage terms, and then interpret it, where traffic volume is the explanatory variable. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find the coefficient of determination, and therefore we want to remember that the coefficient of determination, which is r squared, is my my correlation coefficient squared. So it'll be 0.985 squared, and we'll go to our calculator and we'll say 0.985 to the 2 to the power of 2, and that gives us this funny number which we don't love. So what we're going to do then is hit this button, standard to decimal, and it'll give us the decimal of 0.9702. So I'm going to write that down, 0.9702. Now, that's this done. It asks us to write it in percentage terms. Percentage terms, remember, is our number. So let's get our number and we'll slide it down here, times 100 over 1. So I should really, when I'm doing that, I should use my fractions button. So I'll get that there, timesing by 100 over 1, and I get 97.02%. So therefore I can say r squared equals 97.02%. And I'm going to put that in a box because that makes it clear what I'm doing. And there's part 2 done. And finally, I need to interpret that. And now when we interpret what our coefficient of determination is, we need to use a specific phrase. And so what I'll do now is I'm going to type up the specific phrase for you. So I'm starting off by saying the coefficient of determination is 97.02%. Now what this means is the variation in my response variable. So that means my variation in carbon monoxide levels so that means that the variation can be explained by the variation in here, traffic volume. Now, I haven't put a number in there yet, and that's because we need to think about it. We know that the more traffic volume here, according to our coefficient of determination, the more the traffic volume, generally the more carbon monoxide. And there's a 97% correlation level, so it's a pretty high correlation. So what we're going to do is we can say this means that here we're going to put our number in. 97.02% of the variation in carbon monoxide levels can be explained by the variation in traffic volume. And there's our answer. And if we write that, the examiner is going to be very pleased with our performance. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe or like. Thanks.